Okay guys, welcome back once more. This is the continuation of the WDS. In the previous video we saw how to install our DACP WDS, and then we saw how to load our images in the WDS environment. Okay, so today we are going to see how to install operating system network base. Okay, we'll let the computer boot through the network and then install the operating system through the network base, right? So let's get down with it. Okay, so let's let me get to my VM. Okay, so this is still my domain, and then my WDS. As you can see, my images are in there. All right, so now I'll need to create a new machine which I'm going to use, okay, so that to load from the network, so that we'll see how effective our installation will be. Now what I have to do here first is let me go into my DACP here. So DACP, so let me expand that. Next, sorry, so I have to check. Okay, so my DACP is up and running. Okay, nice one. So let me right click this, go for properties, so that's boot. Okay, DDS, if I want to boot, good. So now the boot is going to load the image based on what the architecture. Now if you see I have X64, that means it's a 64-bit operating system, and the X86 architecture means it's a 32-bit operating system. So if it's a UEFI architecture, right, you know we have the BIOS architecture and then the UEFI, so you can do that. If it's an AMD machine, then you can go in for the AMD. So this is I'm going to load my image in here, okay, on the 64 architecture, right? So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to load my Windows, whichever Windows I want to load in there, so I'll have to do that. So let's say Windows 10 in here. So I'm going to load my Windows let's say Windows 11, okay, in here as well. So I'm done. Okay, you can see always continue. Okay, always continue. Okay, this one is good. Oh, require the user to press what? F12 key to continue. Okay, yeah, probably let's do that, and then this as well. So this is good. Apply. Let's say client side. Okay, so this is unattended. We'll be looking at this later. So DACP, do not install DACP port code. So this is okay. So I think you are good to go for now. So what I have to do now is I can create my VM, my new VM. So I'll go to file, new VM, next. I'm going to use Windows environment. Okay, this is good. So this I'm going to name it test 1. Okay, test 1, right? So next, finish. All right, so as you can see, since my VMs are on host only, so I need to change that. So if I go to VM settings, if you check, my network is on host only, so I have to go to test 1. My network adapter, I have to set it to host only so that that communication will happen. So now let me power up this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as you can see here, I have WDS boots. Okay, so you can see that, right? All right, so let me restart this once more for us to see. So you can see, press enter for network boot, right? So I didn't press enter, I was looking at the IP, so I can still select here for network boot. So you can see here the server is showing. So now press enter. Now it's waiting for approval, right? So waiting for approval. So let's check. So let's check on our server. Okay, so now you can see there's one pending, okay, device waiting for approval. So now I need to approve for that, because because I don't want anybody should just plug in their machine and then pick up my operating system to be installed, right? So I need to approve that. So at the same time, as we move along, we will see how to capture a PC, and then we use one whole image for this installation. So approve. Okay, so let me cross check on my machine. Okay, so you can see it's been approved. Now I have some seconds to select, so let me just move the cursor. So this, now you can see I have options to select. I can go in for Windows 8.1, 11, and 10, depending on which operating system I want to use. You can see that, so I can select any of them using my arrow key. So depending on what I want to install, I can go in for that. So let's say I want to install Windows 10, right? So I just hit enter. So you can see I'll be giving an IP. Okay, sorry, it's showing the server's IP over there at the top. You can see Windows Boot Manager server IP 192.168.4.254. So that's the server. So I need to select and then hit enter. So this is actually picking what the installation files from the server to be installed, right? Okay, so you can see here I have Windows deployment service. So my location and then the keyboard type, I'll maintain the default English, so I'm going for next. So now I need to provide what my administrator credential, right? You have to be an admin to do this. So you can see there's a lot of security when it comes to deployment. Okay, so admin 1, and then my password admin at 1. Enter. Oh, so it didn't work. So let me say admin at SIP-COMSYS.com. admin at 1. Okay, so that one did well for us. So you can see Windows 10 actually you see, this is where the confusion is. So you can see I have Windows. I'm seeing 10 Pro, 10 Pro, 10 Pro, right? So this is where the confusion lies when I was selecting between these two. Okay, so I'm going for the first one. Next. So here I can partition the drive if I want, or if I don't want, I just going for next. If I want to partition, then I'm going for drive option, and I would do my partitioning like the normal way of doing the installation. So I'm going for next. So we just wait for installation. So as you can see, installation is going to take some time. So as you go along, I'm going to pause this video and then come back to it, and then we'll continue from there, right? So stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see, this is around almost 60%, so almost 60% done. So I'm going to pause the video and then come back to that, right? Okay, so as you can see, it's 90-something%, so just wait for this to finish, and then we'll see what we'll do next. And we're done. Okay, restart. Also going to take some time. You know how installation behaves. Okay, so since this is SIP-COMSYS, so just sit, relax, and sip something, right? Sip something. All right, so let's start with the region. So I'll just maintain this default, yes. And go for yes. And then escape. If you want to add another keyboard layout, you can do that. So escape. Okay, so I'm not connected to the internet. Continue with unlimited, yeah, because I'm not connected to the internet. So license and agreement, accept. So now the name of who is going to use this PC, so we'll just use one. So next. Do I want to add password? Nope. So I'm going for next. So privacy, I'm going to turn all this off, and then accept. Not now. So I don't want to turn on container. So let's wait. This is going to take some time, and then we'll have our desktop ready. Okay, so as you can see, our Windows 10 is ready, so fully installed, right, through the network. So you can see it's fully installed. Okay, so all right, so this is how you install your Windows 10 through the network, right? Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, right? Like the channel, okay? Leave comments, okay, so that I'll bring in more videos on that.